Okay, and this is the last section. Basically, would like to know what kind of advice you'd give to low-budget filmmakers, just regarding the following aspects of filmmaking. Script.
We actually, Steve wrote it, and he wrote it he was still like rewriting it as we were shooting. So keeping it to minimal locations for low budgets and minimal lights and minimal actors and background and all that definitely makes it a lot easier than, cause high budgets give you more to work with all of that, but.
Okay, and actors and crew, it sounds like you kept it in the family somewhat. In this case.
And friends. We had great friends, very talented actors, but lucky to know a bunch of people, too, that helped us out. I think just, finding people that keep it truthful and real, and make sure, don't just cast them just because they're family or friends either.
It's important that they all believe in the craft of filmmaking and that they all believe in the message of what the film's about. And we had that on pretty much every level from everybody involved, which is why it took a life of its own, because everyone's passions just ignited the fire.
Yeah, for low budget, it definitely helps if everybody's passionate and believes in the project and basically just get it done. That's part of the reason Steve wanted to do this film, was to show that you don't need $2 million to make a movie. Like, you can do things on a lower end and just get it done if you're all passionate about it and have a script and have a good story and a story with heart.
And I think you mentioned this before, but budget. Basically, how did you raise the money? How much did you need?
Well, our budget was super low budget. It was under $10,000 to get it in the can, and then obviously post costs more. But we held fundraisers. We got money from friends and family, and just try to keep it. If you're on a low budget, just keep it as minimal as possible and as about the story and about the actors as you can.
Right. Okay, and equipment such as camera, sound, and lighting.
Don't cut any corners. And especially this day and age, we shot on the Panasonic 100 DVX, which is standard definition, which with our budget it worked, but if possible, shoot in HD. And just make sure that you have a good sound guy, because sound is one of the most important things, which I think a lot of people don't realize, because in post it'll come back and definitely be an issue.
Okay, and score or music?
We were very lucky to have a lot of talented friends. I live in New York, so I know a bunch of musicians, and just don't be afraid to ask people to be involved and ask for favors. We have Joey DeGraw gave us a song for the movie, Gavin DeGraw's brother, and Tom O'Connor. He's
Sophie
in Washington, D.C., and Sophie Dupin, a bunch of local great musicians. And I think that's another thing, too, is get local musicians and people involved and people that you know, and just make sure that it fits, the mood.
Okay, and editing or post-production?
I agree with what Matt said over there, one editor. And also, it's very hard. I think directors like to edit their own work a lot, right? It's hard. I think it's just good to give it to them and let them have their crack at it a little bit.
Don't let actors see the pre-edited material.
Yeah, don't let anybody see the pre-edited or the early cuts either, because it changes quite a bit from the beginning of the editing process to the end.
Okay, and distribution.
Well, I think that's kind of what we're all here at Cinequist for, is to hopefully find, our niche, to get a distributor and just try to get out there, get out to festivals, and don't stop trying to push it.
Okay. And if there's anything you could do again, what would it be? I don't know. That would probably be more of a question for Steve Loff, who directed it, because he might have some different things about it. But in terms of producing, probably maybe just raised a little bit more money for post to get it exactly where it should be, because technically is a lot more important than I think most people realize. And post was fairly expensive?
Yeah, we ended up spending actually more in post than we did in actually shooting it. So.
Great, thank you. And anything else? Just again, especially here, college kids, people, everyone listening, just, if you're drinking, call a friend, call a cab, call somebody, because
Petty bags.
yeah, I mean, that smallest choice can end your life and end other people's lives, and just don't drink and drive.
Okay. Well, that's a good message. And their movie is playing on Tuesday, March 8th at 2 p.m. Camera 12. So I hope to see you all there.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, thanks for coming.
You can still get beer. You just can't drive afterwards.
Yeah. All right.
And Matt will still get it.
I had no idea. I would never.
There's just gonna be a line.
Awesome.
All day for
In my
every
dreams.
movie.
Thank you guys.